Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Nuggets News. Today we're with the founder of Havven, Kane. How you going, Kane?
Good, thanks, Alex. Going well.
You also founded Blueshyft, so we'll talk about Blueshyft. Is that right? You founded that or co-founded?
I did, yeah. I'm co-founder of Blueshyft. So Blueshift's been running for about 4 years now.
Fantastic. And you guys partner up with retailers to help make crypto part of our everyday lives and that sort of thing. Do you want to talk about exactly how Blueshyft works?
Yeah, so we have a point of sale system that we built, and there's an iOS app that's running on that system, and we essentially put iPads out into stores. So we have about 1,250 stores around Australia. So there should be one within a few hundred meters of you, hopefully, if you live in metro area, and even most of the small towns and stuff are covered as well. So so there's really good penetration across the entire country. And what we allow people to do is walk into a Blueshyft store, and they're able to hand over cash over the counter and purchase crypto. So we work with a bunch of crypto brokers to support that.
So if people want to sign up, they just contact you guys and you walk them through the process of how they can start getting involved. Pretty simple.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we have, at the moment, the focus has been on news agents. So we've got, most of our sites are based in news agents, but, mixed businesses and things like that where we accept, we've got a fairly diverse range of stores.
Yeah, we're speaking with Rupert from bitcoin.com.au this week as well. And that's probably the where people may have heard about this before, with that cash buying some crypto over the counter at news agents. So we'll talk to him about that a bit more as well. But I also noticed on the Blueshyft site, there's a Google Maps where people can just type in where they live and find their nearest location.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've got a little locator so you can see, where the nearest place is. You can go and buy some Bitcoin. But yeah, Rupert's been great. We started talking to him back in 2015. So, well before the last kind of, crypto bull market had kicked off, and we launched in early 2016.
Yeah, so most of the Australian exchanges are using this now. What are a few of the other companies that are adopting this?
So obviously bitcoin.com.au, CoinSpot is on there, CoinJar has been on there for a while, CoinLoft is there as well, and then we're speaking to a couple of overseas exchanges to bring them on, and some of the up and coming exchanges as well that have launched in the last 6 months.
Fantastic. Yeah, there's a couple of Australian exchanges which I'm excited to cover as well for people in the next few weeks, I believe. So we'll dive in and have a good chat about Havven, mate. So you guys have been very busy. A couple of weeks ago, you launched your eUSD. Do you want to talk about the rise of stablecoins, why they're so important, and how it very much differs to Tether?
So Tether has done some very good things, and I think some things that are maybe a little bit less good. So on one hand, as a stable crypto asset, they've enabled a lot of people to move money between exchanges, particularly large institutional investors. And that's important for liquidity across exchanges. It's important for pricing and a whole bunch of things to allow markets to move efficiently. The challenge is obviously that for an average user, what's going on in the background is pretty opaque. It's hard to know what's happening, and because of that, a lot of people are skeptical as to whether or not they're fully collateralized, and there's a whole bunch of questions. My view is it actually doesn't really matter whether or not we know that they are. The problem is that we don't know, and what you really want in blockchain is transparency. So the blockchain is transparent. Anyone can go and look and see what's going on. You don't want a situation where you have to guess, are these guys doing the right thing or not? It makes it very challenging, and you're just reintroducing the concept of trusted third parties, which we're trying to avoid.
Yeah. So the eUSD is Ethereum-backed Nomins. So Nomin is the name of your stablecoin, and Havven is the governance token, as you will. So this has all been audited by Sigma Prime, and in the next few months, you said you've got the NUS dollar, which is actually the Havven-backed Nomins. Is that pretty exciting to roll this out and some of the partnerships?
Yeah, it's super exciting. Yeah, it's really exciting. So eUSD is, I guess, a proof of concept that the collateral backing will work, and it's also going to allow us to gather some important data to test some aspects of the system. So, for example, we're launching our e-store. So if you want to buy a Havven hoodie or Havven t-shirt, as of tomorrow, you'll be able to come on to the site, and with eUSD you'll be able to purchase a t-shirt or a hoodie or various other merch. So yeah, that's pretty exciting to kind of demonstrate that.
Yeah, so as you said, it's just hoodies and that at this stage, but the idea is proof of concept. So in the future, we can use stable coins throughout our economy. Basically, that's the long-term sort of goal.
Absolutely, yeah. And for merchants, it's a much better solution than, say, using Bitcoin. And even potentially credit cards, because the fees are a lot lower, and you have ownership of your own money as a merchant, as opposed to being sort of beholden to a credit card company or a bank.
Yeah, no chargebacks like credit cards, and so many benefits that we know the blockchain offers. So in the future, you guys are going to do other currencies as well. So we'll have euros, an Aussie dollar stable coin. I know that's going to be so popular. One of the questions we get a lot is, what do you sit in on the sidelines? Aussie dollars or, Tether or Bitcoin. So once people have this means to sit in a hardware wallet or store their own wealth, it's going to be a game changer. So I can't wait for that to roll out.
Yeah, it's super exciting. And I think obviously the trading aspects and hedging and various other things are really important, but the real utility that we see in stablecoins, whether it's Havven or other ones that are coming out, is enabling other protocols, enabling other platforms. So things like decentralized insurance, decentralized lending, prediction markets, those are really going to struggle to gain traction without a stablecoin.
Exactly. So the other thing we'll just touch on quickly is the sort of legalities in their current state, what you've had to go through to get this up to scratch to roll out, and possible future regulation. And as you said, the Tether that's actually backed by US dollars faces very different possible issues in the future and ramifications than things that are backed by crypto assets.
Yeah, of course, because when you're storing US dollars, you're in kind of in the sights of the US government, right? So when you're backing something with US dollars, they have to be stored in a bank account somewhere. Those banks are going to be regulated, and you're exposing yourself to pretty harsh regulation, or potentially even total censorship, right? So the advantage of Bitcoin was censorship resistance, and the fact that it can't be shut down, it can't be regulated away. It's a decentralized system. So our view is that these centralized stablecoins that have popped up like Tether serve a purpose, but eventually we will get to a point where you have a decentralized stablecoin like Havven. There's other projects out there like Maker that are working on this, and Basecoin. There's a number of people trying to solve this problem. But once you've got a decentralized system that is censorship resistant, then the possibilities are almost endless.
Yeah, I think competition's healthy, and the funny thing is all these stablecoins actually have slightly different approaches as well. So maybe they all succeed. Maybe we see which model is best in the future. It's just something that the entire ecosystem really needs, these stable coins. So any closing comments, mate? I know you guys are based in Sydney. There's a great crypto community, and it's forever growing up there as well.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing for us right now is scaling up our team. So we're actively looking for blockchain devs as well as full stack developers. So if you're into the space, you're into stablecoins, or you want to get into a pretty meaty project from a crypto perspective, definitely reach out, because we'd love to talk to you. So
awesome, and we'll be in Sydney again very soon, and we'll catch up and talk in person, mate. So thanks for joining us today.
Awesome. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Talk soon. See ya. Bye.